boy Big T don't miss.
Bang, 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 boy, shit break. On the hard thing, got an Alabama, you can add Nick say.
What's the word, gang? It's your boy, the Alabama Hitta, and you are now tuned in to Hit Squad TV. First and foremost, if you would, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell on the side to be notified on each and every time we decide to slide. Fam, we're coming to you with a story about an athlete that was a generational talent. Coming out of high school, he was basically classified as being the next LeBron. Unnatural strength, leaping ability. We've seen Zion Williamson make a cut and literally cut out of his shoes. Just a man among men, well, a man among boys, so to speak. He got drafted to the New Orleans Pelicans, and I want to say without the supervision of college coaches and the legendary Mike Krzyzewski, Zion Williamson, his life has been a firestorm. You know what I'm saying? And to say the least, it's been interesting. But right now, everything that he has is in limbo for making bad decisions, and it's crazy because we've seen the woman that he's been interacting with via social media, and it's like, who in the world would be attracted to this woman because she's faker than a $3 bill, plastic everywhere, injections, fake chest, BBL, bad body. Just it's a gumbo of the worst kind, and she took to the internet a couple years ago trying to basically shame Zion Williamson. We thought that he had made it past that. Zion Williamson had suffered some injuries on the court, but just going off of this past season, Zion Williamson has been playing some of his best ball since he's been drafted. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy to see what we've seen over the weekend. The Athletics' William Gilroy shared that it's very unlikely that Zion Williamson will be moved from the Pelicans after playing some of the best ball of his career toward the end of the season. Now a report comes forth that contradicts that. You know what I'm saying? Zion Williamson is being charged with a whole host of unflattering charges that includes kidnapping, SA, and the capital R. Y'all know what it is. And the lady came forth as Jane Doe, but today we get to hear from an old head that has reared her ugly head once again, the one and only Moriah Mills.
So before I answer that, I would like to say I really hope all the victims, including me, get justice, and things that have happened in the past with him and with anybody else, everything gets resolved, because a lot of us don't deserve that. And I just feel like a lot of things have been swept under the rug for so long, and I feel sorry to the victim. I've been through a lot of stuff with him, and it's just shocking.
Has this suit that you saw dropped just now, giving you any feelings like, hey, or inspiration to file your own grievances, your own suit?
I don't want to talk about that right now without my lawyer present, but I'm just shocked, and hopefully he changes and the victim and me and everyone else can find comfort and move past all of this.
Any message to Zion himself?
Zion, I hope you can change your ways and just change, because this is disgusting what you're doing to everyone, and it's just not right. And this is not the man that I met a few years back. This is not who I thought you would become. This is not a representation of your job, and this is very serious, and I just hope you change your ways, because your job and your family and your legacy.
Yeah. So she's most likely the second person coming forward. The first person is Jane Doe. And basically the woman alleging Zion Williamson R.'d her is seeking anywhere from 18 to 50 million in a lawsuit filed Thursday in Los Angeles Superior Court, a source told ESPN. Williamson denied allegations to the Post on Friday via his legal representatives. The woman, identified as Jane Doe in the lawsuit, claims to be the Pelican star's ex-girlfriend, having allegedly started dating when Williams was a freshman at Duke in 2018 into 2023. During the course of their relationship, the defendant engaged in a continuing pattern of abusive, controlling, and threatening behavior towards the plaintiff, the lawsuit reads, as obtained by the New York Post. His wrongful conduct occurred in Louisiana and continued thereafter across several states. The abuse was sexual, physical, emotional, and financial in nature. The lawsuit contains graphic details from a pair of 2020 encounters. Jane Doe alleges in the lawsuit that she arrived on September 23rd, 2020 to a Beverly Hills home that Williamson rented at the time, and he requested sex. When Doe told the former #1 draft pick she was tired and wanted to go to sleep, he allegedly called her a stuck-up bee and said she could not go to bed before sleeping with him. After she said no, the 24-year-old Williamson allegedly pinned the plaintiff down on the bed with her hands behind her back and R-worded her. When Doe attempted to grab her phone, Williamson allegedly threw it across the room before choking her and yelling at her for talking too much. A second allegation is claimed to have occurred roughly a month later on October 10, 2020. Doe alleges to have told Williamson she wanted to visit a friend in San Diego, and he said she should not go while throwing items in the house. Williamson then alleged to have picked her up, threw her down on the ground, and pinned her shoulders down so she could not move. The defendant violently R-worded the plaintiff in multiple ways. Doe alleges Williamson then took her cell phone and laptop to prevent her from contacting anyone. The lawsuit alleges Williamson continued to abuse, R-word, assault, and battle plaintiff in multiple other states until the relationship ended in 2023. Fam, listen. We are in a day and age where people are hurling reckless allegations at people because they contain a substantial bag. And I'm not saying that these allegations aren't true, but they are very colorful in nature. And if Zion Williamson did this, the Lord have mercy on him, because he's going to be stripped of everything. Whether he did it or he didn't do it is up for debate. But the thing is, your choices and the people that you choose to surround yourself with are horrible. This woman on the screen is a clout chaser of the worst kind. And after she heard about this, somehow she miraculously arrived in front of a TMZ camera. And after she left that camera, she opened up her own camera.
It's a chance to be heard, and I hope me and any of the other victims, you know, I just hope we all get justice. And the amount of bashing, humiliation, slander, and threats that I've been receiving these last 3 years have been a lot, and it's causing me a lot of stress, emotional distress, and I just hope we all can come to justice and this all can be resolved and nobody has to relive all these things ever again.
Miss Mills' former occupation was in the P to the orange industry. That lets you know just about everything you need to know. This suit from Jane Doe is above you on the screen. It says threatening to have paid security guard to blam plaintiff in the head. Security guard was present and carrying a loaded firearm multiple times in Louisiana between 2020 and 2023, threatening to have his paid security guard off his plaintiff's parents after informing plaintiff that he knows their home address multiple times in Louisiana between 2020 and 2023. Monitoring the plaintiff's location at all hours, monitoring who the plaintiff was with, calling her repeatedly, following her home from work, sending his friends to follow her, continuously taking and going through her phone and laptop, entering her apartment without permission and rifling through her belongings, lying in wait in her apartment for her to return in California and Louisiana in between 2020 and 2023 is some of the charges in the lawsuit. Good people in New Orleans at the Smoothie King Arena said, "We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness and we unequivocally deny them. The allegations contained in the complaint are categorically false and reckless." This plaintiff's third set of attorneys appears to be an attempt to exploit a professional athlete driven by financial motive rather than any legitimate grievance. Mr. Williamson and the plaintiff have never dated but did maintain a consensual casual relationship that began more than 6 years ago when he was 18 years old. That relationship ended years ago. At no point or immediately after that relationship did the plaintiff raise any concerns. Only after their friendship ended did she begin demanding millions of dollars. Mr. Williamson reported the plaintiff's extortion attempts to law enforcement. We understand that an arrest was issued in connection with that report, and we are prepared to provide the court with documentation that supports these facts. Mr. Williamson also intends to file counterclaims and seek significant damages for the defamatory lawsuit. While these allegations are false, we recognize the seriousness of claims and welcome the opportunity to prove the truth in court. We are confident that the legal process will expose truthfully and fully vindicate Mr. Williamson. This is from Zion Williamson's attorneys. Bam. Zion gotta be better. He gotta have a better judge of character. You know, you get this money and you feel like you can live out your dreams. Your dreams will quickly become nightmares if you don't choose your women wisely. Moriah Mills, I don't think anybody in the Pelicans locker room would have chosen Moriah Mills. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of people that look at you as a sweet lick and they're going to take you down through that. If you don't pay them, you're going to pay lawyers. Hundreds of thousands to fight the accusations and the allegations that they herald towards you. But this is the story of Zion Williamson. Super simp. Super simp. You got to give it to him. This boy is the simp of the year. And it's been, you know, this is the character. This is the character. You can't say nothing more. This is the character. You know, when you pick up with people like this, this is what comes behind it, man. But hey, I hope y'all been rocking and informed with the content, and I hope everybody's good. Appreciate the squad for pulling up and rocking out with me. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on the side. Hit the like button and hit the bell on the side to be notified on each and every time we decide to slide. This your boy Hitta. And until the next time we decide to spin, I'm in the wind. Salute to the hitters, man. I'm gone.
Yeah.